Something that I always firmly believe and I have really strong faith in is that God will always lead you to where you need to be. Back in 2020, right before COVID, I was still working in Canada and kind of just doing my thing, living my life. But one of the uncles at my church approached me one day and said, "Oh, Karina, do you want a job?" And he's actually a principal in the local school system back where I'm from in Edmonton. So of course I'm like, sure, I'll take the job. But little did I know he was actually inviting me to a job in Hong Kong and not in my hometown in Edmonton. If you know me really well, you know I'm someone that doesn't really plan things. I'm not someone that really schedules things out. But it seems like God always presented something before me. And I'm like, well, if God is presenting this opportunity to me now, I feel like I should take it and do it and go to Hong Kong. Coming out of quarantine, the next day right after, it was already my first day at work. So it was like airplane, quarantine, and then work. That was definitely difficult, but I had really good coworkers that helped me to overcome these things, whether it's taking me out to places or like inviting me to their homes. One of my good coworkers, she actually attended Island ECC, so she knew that there is some young adult stuff happening. I went and it was fun. Even though I went once and a couple times after, it's not like I knew everyone there. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult trying to find your footing in a group of people that already have things going on. I ended up staying at Island because their website has 5 p.m. Young Adults Prayer. So Upper Room is a prayer group that happens on Sunday at 5 p.m. At Upper Room, it's more like a space and a place where people can come and learn to pray. So every week we do different styles of prayer, different forms of prayer. So one of my really good friends, she kind of previous to this prayer and this worshiping, she already had something in her heart that she wanted to make a new group. And it so happened I also wanted to make a group. So the two of us, we joined together and submitted our names into Care Group Connect, and we got spreadsheeted into a group with, I think, almost 20 young adults on our first night. Word kept spreading, and then we kind of went to 30. At some point, we had so many people that we had to move to the Oasis Center, which is where the Indonesian ministry of Island ECC meets.
When you've seen this passage many times, you're just thinking like, oh, there's really nothing new happening in my life anymore. Like, I've known God for so long, what else new could happen? But when I look over even my past 3 years in Hong Kong, I can see how I've changed and I've matured in my faith. Very minor, but it's still a new self.
The more time we spent together, the more I realized all these people that are here at the base are people that want to be here. And they're people that desire fellowship. And somehow, through God's grace, we pulled together these young adults that were really passionate and wanting to know more about God. We've had nights where we brainstorm like, oh, what do we want to do? Do we want to go bowling? Do we want to go see a movie? And those are the nights where nobody comes. But it's like when we're doing Bible studies, Daniel studies, like people really want the word. I think when I look back, I can see how all of this is really God. Like, even though, of course, people are the ones that form the group, people are the ones that run the logistics. Like, if I look back, it's all God. Because there's no way out of just my own hands and my own desires could I form a group with my friend that has like 30 plus people. And not only is there 30 plus people, but it's like 30 plus people who really want fellowship. The one biggest lesson that I've learned in staying these 3 years is that when you keep persevering and pushing through in something, like there's a reason why that's happening, and God will always walk beside you in it, and God will always lead you to somewhere great. Shake up the ground.